case you were wondering, it goes the whole way round.
Look, I didn't know you were joining us.
I get a distress call from a fair maiden and I'm on the spot.
I was not distressed. And you're saying this wall goes around, what, the whole town?
And that it does.
So, once again, we can't leave Storybrooke.
Doing more than keeping us inside by the looks of that. Guess that's what caused the loss of power?
Look at you becoming a 21st century man. Yeah. It looks to me like whoever was putting up the wall wasn't trying to take out the lights, they were just putting up the wall.
Keep us in, why?
Kill us all one by one. That's what I'd do.
Guys, this is a really old, I don't even know how old this is. It's a paperweight. But if you take a look up here, where it says Tartaria, right there, it's attached to America. Septembrinalis. Look at that. The Bering Strait used to be a giant landmass. Check that out. That is crazy. Okay, this is the paperweight from the earlier video. Bulbo di Tanza. There's a unicorn, Pegasus, giant boar, looks like camel, dromedary of some sort. Here's the crazy part. It's called Antor, Russia, Asia, Tartaria. America. And that's weird. But America, below it says the frozen wastes. That's crazy. The frozen wastes. Right there in Texas, guys. Yeah.
Innovative drilling has increased the amount of American natural gas from 7 years to 125 years. So I'm for innovation. New innovative technology with natural gas has driven down the price, so it would be the equivalent of a decline to $1.13 in oil. So I'm for innovation. I'm just asking the president, who apparently belongs to the Flat Earth Sierra Club Society.
Look, there are huge numbers of people who think that, look, 30 years ago, people thought that a lot of the scientists thought that the planet was cooling, not warming. So all of a sudden now the science is completely reversed.
But if you that's a canard, Steve.
Bill, it is a canard to say that there is a total scientific consensus on global warming. There is not. There is not. There are no. That is not true. There are some scientists who believe in global warming, and others who don't.
Who work for Exxon. Right. It is absurd. It's always been absurd. There are scientists on the other side.
By saying that
no, they're backed by the American Petroleum Institute and Professor Irwin Corey. Those are the people, scientists on the other side of the debate.
For hundreds of millions of years, the climate of the Earth has been changing. You know that.
But not at the level and the degree that it is changing right now. What scientists start
have the humility to. I don't understand.
Look, I'm the one who's having humility. I'm saying we should have a debate here. You guys are saying that debate is
How about we just listen to scientists?
That's what I'm saying. Listen to scientists.
Absolutely.
Have the humility to believe people who know things you
because
don't.
it's like people like you guys who are saying, no, we can't have a debate on this.
The debate is over. At some point, the debate has to be...
You're the one should have some humility. Say, wait a minute, there are a lot of people who disagree.
Should we still debate whether the Earth is flat? No, I'm asking you. You're saying that...
They didn't go to the moon to go to the moon. They went to the moon so they could get the picture of the Earth as a ball, because they didn't have one yet. And it was starting to get a little tense in the higher chambers. You say 2,000 years it's a ball, and you don't even have a picture to show for it. But how could you have a picture just to, they had those. They needed the event to actually get a real picture. There's just so few of those pictures when you actually look at them. And most of them. George Lucas or like Stanley Kubrick could have done. Or I could do. Where you can see a guy in the street with a spray can and a circle cut out of cardboard making planets. Meets these anti-globalists who still cling on to the globe. If you're an anti-globalist, you got to be true to the form.
And we're by sun number 2. We're going to go down. We're going to be standing in the ocean. Okay, we're on a boat. Okay, now, let's do this here. All right, now, sun number 2 appears to be higher than sun number 1. It appears the sun number 1 is setting, but it's not. It's just further away from you. So, depending on where you're standing will depend on how the sun looks, whether it's going down or not. Okay, so neither one of them, they're both on the same plane. Okay, so the sun never sets. For everybody who's asking me about the sun setting, it's impossible for the sun set on a flat Earth. It's not. It's actually an illusion, and I wouldn't even call it an illusion because it's pretty obvious. It's just we've been indoctrinated to think we live on a ball. Now this is the moon. The moon is slightly higher than the sun, if you can see that. Okay, the sun, how much time I have left? Okay, the sun is actually a little bit lower than the moon. The sun is about 3,000 miles up, 32 miles in diameter. Okay, and this obviously is a blown up map of the flat Earth. This is the North Pole, which is directly at the center, and the so-called South Pole, which would be this ice wall, which is 150 feet tall. And we went over in the last video the Antarctica Treaty, where nobody can really go there and find out what the hell's going on.
The Antarctic became an area of international research in the 1950s with the first crossing of the Antarctic by the Sir Vivian Fuchs and Sir Edmund Hillary. This was a period called the International Geophysical Year, and it was out of the International Geophysical Year that the Antarctic Treaty grew.
Signed in Washington, D.C. on the 1st of December in 1959, the treaty established the world's first international space by stating no claims to sovereignty could be made by the 7 claimed sectors on the grounds of activity in the area. At the same time, it became the first nuclear arms agreement, and today it's backed by 47 nations.